Sengen's Yose problem solving stream. If you aren't familiar with the stream, if you wish to solve the problems, please send me a whisper rather than typing the answer directly in chat. Thank you. Let me change the title. Okay. All right, we can get started. Okay, so when we start out, we look at whether or not we have a mate. We do not. So then we have to ask ourselves, does white have a mate? Try to figure that out and let me know what you come up with. Okay, what did you guys find? Okay, let's just pass a move. White threatens 8/8 gold. If the silver takes, and bishop recaptures a promotion. So 9/7 king, and then he gets finished off on the edge. And then don't forget about the bishop and mate. So that is white's threat. So at the moment, black is behind in the attacking race. So what does that mean? We should be looking for what? And a move that attacks and defends at the same time. To those of you who just joined us today, if you want to try solving the problems, please send me a whisper rather than directly typing your answer in chat. I know that there aren't very many people here right now, but later on, hopefully a few more viewers will come and join us. We just started a few minutes ago. Sometimes it takes time for people to trickle in. Oh, hi, Alif. Good of you to join us. Okay, Alif says, I feel what is the first move, but I don't know the rest. Okay. Yeah, you can whisper me your thoughts. So we're looking for a move that attacks and defends at the same time, since we're behind in the attacking race. And you're kind of busy today in the Discord server. Looks like you played a few games. Yeah, if you're playing without time control, it's always good to try and practice being precise with your moves, especially in the end game. You know, there's no excuse about time trouble. You might as well try to play good moves. And it's not just for that particular game that you played, but just make a habit of doing it. So the move in the game that you played was certainly, I think it was good enough to win, but you know, what we want is habitual preciseness. That way it becomes a habit, and you'll you'll be able to put these practices to good use throughout your games. Okay, let's see what you came up with. Yeah, that does make sense, and it's a very natural move to look at. How would you respond as white, though? Yeah, we might as well just look at it. This 9-7 bishop move, it does defend against the 8-8 gold threat, while threatening 5-2 token. So that's a threat mate. So how would white play here? White would need to do something along this long diagonal. So he would drop a knight here. And since it's with check, black must respond. If pawn takes, then there's no longer a threat mate. Because taking the gold is no longer check. So that means white has a move to continue on with his play, and he can very naturally grab the silver like this. So next 8-7 silver drop will mate, and if the silver takes, then we have 8-8 gold again. So black loses in this variation. Also, if the bishop takes, then silver just recaptures. And then there's no more threat mate anymore. So maybe let's see. Could he just take the silver with something? Maybe like that. But it is black's move. So what would black do here? Black has a string of checks. Okay, if 2-2 king, then 2-1 gold would lead to mate. So the king would have to take. And then you can grab here, non-promotion. If the bishop takes, check here. Then what? There's another check here. If gold takes, check here. King up, and we finish him off this way. If king here, then we drop a pawn here, and then we end up at same position. If king 2-2, then because we have this pawn here on 2-6, there's going to be a mate. And then we drop a pawn here. If king 1-5, 1-6 gold. So there'd be mate this way. Okay, and if 2-1 king, we just do like that, and we get that same sequence. If gold, if king 3-1, then 2-1 gold mates. If king 5-1, 5-2 gold, 5-2 token. So gold takes, and then we end up in a similar position before. And it's going to be mate that way. Okay. So white has to be a little bit careful here. So again, if 7-7 token, we have that 4-1 rook. So what else does white have? Remember, we want to look at forcing moves. So lackadaisical move like 7-7 token isn't any good. Okay, so we have this typical mate with 9-7 gold. So the king takes, and then check. King back, and mate this way. If the knight takes, then the knight no longer defends 9-7. So there's mate like that. Okay, so we see that 9-7 bishop doesn't work. Is there any other try that we can do? But first, let's look at what happens if white tries to attack immediately with this 1-1 rook drop. Then how would white defend? You can't do 2-2 king because of a gold drop on 1-2 or 2-1. So it means he has to interpose. But with which piece? Gold or knight? So again, we have to be precise. If gold drop here, then white will get mated due to 4-1 rook. 4-1 gold. If king here, then there's mate like that. Don't forget about this lance on 1-7. So if king takes, then there's mate that way. So that means that the knight has to drop here. That way the 1-3 square is defended in that variation. See, no more 1-3 rook promote. So in this situation, white will win. So immediately attacking like this isn't going to work. There's no time for that because of the 8-8 gold drop that we mentioned before. Okay. So also defending 8-8 square is this very beautiful move, 9-7 bishop. At first you might dismiss this because the bishop's being already going to get captured, it looks like. But notice when the token, hey, hi, it's Lucas, right? If the token captures, notice that there's no longer that threat on 8-8. So that means that black sacrificed material in order to gain time. Yes. So now that black's ahead in the attacking race, he can just grab here and win. But what if 7/7 token instead? Then how does black continue? I mean, he does threaten 8/8 gold again. So instead of the bishop being on 9/7 and attacking along the 9/7-3-1 diagonal, this time the bishop is attacking the 1-3 square. Okay, Alif says after 4/1 gold it's mate. After 4/1 gold. Okay, let's take a look at that. If the king takes, it would be that, and then bishop would grab here. Okay, but we have to look at what happens if he does 2/1 king. Okay, is there still mate? Yeah. Then we do this. And then mate. Another way to go is to take here with the bishop. If silver drop here, then there's going to be a mate this way. And if gold 2/2, there's going to be a mate this way. Okay. Good. Let's take a look at that again from the top. We see that we're behind in the attacking race, so we have to find a move that attacks and defends at the same time. 9/7 bishop, we'd have to be able to see that doesn't work because of this counter check, like that. If token takes, then it's no longer mate and 5/2 token will win. And if he takes a silver, then either bishop 1/3 promotes or gold 4/1 ends up mating. It's vital that this capture on 3/3s with a check. Yep, good. Alright, we can go on to the next problem. see what Lucas came up with. Yes, that is the correct move. Okay, so we first look at whether or not we have a threat mate, or if we're threatening mate. So we look at this check here, and then 3-1 bishop. 2-1 bishop. If the king takes, then 2-3 rook promotes is going to be an easy mate. But then black's king escapes here. But doesn't that also protect for the 8-7 square? So does this also work? So does black have enough time to just promote here? No, black gets mated. And then what? White has enough pressure up here on the 7-5 and 8-5 squares. Yes, 8-6 knight. Then if takes, then what? Which check? No. Well, to be sure, it is a check. Like this, by capture. And after king takes, then there's going to be a mate, like this. Or if king 8-6, then 7-5 bishop. Okay, so that you have to be very careful with our calculations. So there's no immediate tsume against white's king. So since you found the answer, Lucas, I'll ask you another question. Does this also work? It is kind of similar to what you found, right? Because before this, white was threatening to drop a gold on 8-7. So does this adequately defend against that while threatening 2-3 rook promote? Doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, Lucas says, I thought those two were interchangeable actually. All right. Yeah, and at first it does seem that this will win. But after this check, notice that the bishop isn't promoted. So that means there's a weakness on 8-6. If 9-7 king, 8-5 knight. So here, and then check. Trade everything off. And then there's going to be a mate, like that. Yeah. There's mate like this, too. Yeah. So 4-3 bishop. So does 8-6, 8-7 gold still work? Alright, 8-7 gold. Okay, and then what? Yes. This takes. So this time there's, compare this position with the other one. Okay, he has two golds in hand in this one. So let's see. You see in this one he also has a silver. So that's why there's a mate here and not in the other one. Wait, would there be a mate? No, I'm sorry. Sorry. Wait. Let me take a look at that again. No, okay, the difference between this one and the other one is that the rook is here. The main difference is that the rook is here on 2-3 and isn't defending along this rank. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this wins. Okay, good. All right. So this pins the gold and also defends against 8-7 gold drop threat. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Sorry. Okay. Close that. All right. Okay, so the first question, as usual, is there a tsume for black? No tsume for black, right? Because if he tries taking here, promoting here, and doing that, king will escape here. Go back. Okay, and then we look to see if our king will get mated if it were white's move. And of course we see a very easy 2-8 gold, 1-7 king, 3-8 gold. So that's white's threat. So we have to find the move that attacks and defends at the same time. Okay, Lucas asks, why not just 6-3 knight takes? Okay, well, it doesn't do anything to solve the problem of 2-8 gold, right? Like that, like we mentioned. That's why it has to be attack and defense at the same time. But now, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's why the second question is always, does white have a mating threat? By asking these questions, we can figure out who's ahead in the attacking race. And it's vital to get that down before proceeding. That's why when we look at Sumet attempts like this, we have to see that immediate attack doesn't work. White wins in this variation too. Okay, good. Okay, Lucas says I can only see 2-8 bishop as a defense. 2-8 bishop. I don't know if that does, I don't think that does anything though. Doesn't that just renew the threat? Oh, I'm sorry. No, he just takes this silver. Yeah. And if this, then there's going to be a mate like this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same as 1-7 bishop. He just takes because of that. Check. And mate. So directly defending the king doesn't work. Yes, you did it correctly. I see it. Yeah, you're actually after your second move, there's a much stronger move back rank. Yeah. Okay, so 2 people found the correct answer, although back rank got the third move a bit off. It's 8-4 bishop. If pawn takes, then there's going to be a mate this way. Yeah. Actually, I think 8-3 pawn also. Yeah, this also works though. Because of that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. If 2-8 gold, then after the discover check, the bishop captures the checking piece. Okay, and if horse takes, then there's no more 2-8 gold. So it ends up that black sacrificed material in order to gain time. So now this comes in and wins. Okay, let's look at that again from the start. So 2-8 gold is a threat. Black doesn't have any immediate mate. So 8-4 bishop. And yeah, okay. Good. We can move on to the next one. Right. Yeah, for those of you who just joined us, if you want to try solving the problem, please send your answers through Whisper. We're doing Yose problems. Okay, so again, what is the first thing that we look for? I'm trying to drill this into you guys. You can type darkly that answer darkly into chat. Yes, good. Does black have a mate? Do you know what they call this type of situation that white is in? Yeah. Yeah, so the first two questions are just to figure out who's ahead in the attacking race. And then it helps decide our next move. Yeah, Zeto. Let me type that Japanese term in there. Zeto. It's short for Zetai Tsumanai Katachi. Yeah, good. So that's a position where there's definitely no mate. This is a very important endgame concept to know. So please, if this isn't in your vocabulary, add it to your list. Zeto. So right now, White's king is in Zeto. There's no mate. What about question number 2? Is White threatening mate? Sometimes if we're behind in the attacking race, the situation is such that there isn't a move that will attack and defend at the same time. I'm not saying that this is the case in this position, but I'm just telling you in general. And sometimes you'll just have to find a way to defend. So that's also a possibility. I know I've been saying attack and defense for a lot for the third option, but if that isn't available, then the fourth is just defense. And failing that, you're going to lose. And there wouldn't be that much, I mean, not much you can do about that. But that's a procedure that you should follow. So what is White's threat? Is he threatening mate? Yep. Yes, back rank. That is the mating sequence for White. Yes. talk to so many people, sometimes I need my memory refreshed about that kind of thing. I think I got it right, but let me know in whisper. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to remember pretty much everything, or and everyone, but I guess as you get older, sometimes the memory kind of fails occasionally. Okay, let's see what Lucas says. Okay, I think I found Sume for it. Starting with 4-7 silver. Do you mean 4-8 silver? Yeah, okay, good. And also, if I remember correctly, it's a Korean flag by your name, right? Yeah. Uh, hmm. Lucas, after that move, then he's going to play 2-7 king. And then how would you follow up? This looks like black's king escapes. Yeah, okay, good, good. Okay, okay, for, uh, I'll just show it to you. Let's see, let's pass. If check like this, the king is going to run to 2-7. You mean like this? Ah, yeah, yeah, that actually works. Very good. Okay. Yeah, there's also this one. 4/7 dragon also works, but takes longer. And then mate like that. Okay. Yeah, so 2 threats, 4/7 silver, 4/8 silver and 4/8 dragon. You know, both of which threaten mate. Yes, an Alif that is the correct move. So what move can attack and defend? Yes, good. Okay, so the move is 9/3 bishop. If the lance, this defends against, well, it defends the 4/8 square, and it also threatens mate. If the bishop is taken, then notice that there's this 4/7 bishop here that lends itself to attack along with the knight. So 9/2 lance, and then mate like that. If king 8/2, then mate like that. If the knight takes, then that's easy mate. So what does black do after 5/7 pawn? Renewing the threat of 4/8 dragon or 4/8 silver. Yes, good. Okay. Check. Notice that with this bishop here, the situation is no longer Zetto. The king can black can get access to the king very easily. Check here, and then mate. Okay. So from the beginning, 9-3 bishop, attack and defense. Mate. Okay, good. Let's go on to the last problem for the stream. This one is actually a flawed problem. So we'll look at it together and try to figure out why it doesn't work. So in the course of finding the flaw, you hopefully will find the author's intended solution too in the process. Okay, Lucas says I. Okay, Lucas, after your move, 5-1 king, and then which goal do you capture? The checking, the one that checks? Okay, and after king takes, then what? 5-1 bishop? Is that what you mean? Because if 5-1 bishop, then the king's going to go to 7-1, and there's not going to be a mate. Yeah. Let me just show that really quickly. Yeah, even without this horse here on 4-6, there still isn't going to be a mate. Yeah, so no immediate tsume for black. So what is white's threat? It's an easy 3-move mate, right? 3-6 knight, king moves somewhere in 2-8 gold. That's simple enough to see. Okay. So what tries to attack and defend at the same time? So let's take a look at what happens after 3-9 bishop. Since this only defends, white's going to continue attacking this way. And if 1-9 king, then how does white proceed? He has a very exact or precise move here. Does white just take on 3-8 with the Tolkien? Then black's going to recapture. How would white have to follow up here? This, not this, right? Because of this. So right now he would have to defend like that. So in this one, white's still winning, but it isn't as clear as he has a precise move here, a more precise move here. So what is it? So if you remember, Alif, what I was saying to you earlier this morning, remember Tegatai Seme? What move here is Tegatai? Yeah, so you don't take, but you end up piling up and then making your attack even more solid. So the correct move is 3-6 knight. Yes. Okay, that way if 4-7 silver, 2-8 gold drop will will mate. If he does something like this, then this is going to be mate. Like that. So he just renews the mating threat by dropping the knight here. Very, very strong move. So 39 bishop doesn't work. So 1-9 king also doesn't work because of 2-8 silver. You just drive the king back into the same position as it was before. Okay. What else is there? Okay, I'll show the solution. Well, the intended solution, and that was 6-9 bishop. So it defends against 3-6 knight. It also threatens 1-4 bishop, lance takes, and then 4-2 pawn. Yeah. So if this then gives black the knight that he needs to mate. If 4-7 Tolkien, then the bishop just takes and then threatens 4-2 pawn. If 5-6 horse, then just 1-4 bishop. That. Okay, so the next question is why does this move fail? It's a 2-5 pawn. But doesn't he just take it though? This bishop takes pawn on 2-5. Yeah. And so white has to do something to prevent black from taking on 1-4, or otherwise getting a pawn in hand. You also can't allow him to get a knight, silver, or gold in hand either. So what deals with all of that? So he says, what? Luca says, what about 1-5 pawn? Oh, interesting, interesting. What happens if he takes a silver? Yeah, black's going to win this. Okay, I'll give you the answer. Alright, so he can't allow black to get any other piece in hand except for the bishop. So he defends like this. He can't allow him to get a bishop in hand. So in some ways it's almost like an igoma problems in Sume Shogi. And if captures, then just recapture. So does black have enough to mate? No. If takes, then there's going to be mate like this. And mate. Also, taking here isn't going to be enough because of 7-1 king. Alright, that was it for today. If you enjoyed the stream and felt that you benefited from it, please consider supporting it with donations. You can do that by clicking on the Streamlabs link I just posted. If not, it's okay. Donations are not necessary but are greatly appreciated. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye.